Oh shit. Greece is on fire, it seems. Again, happens there regularly, but during the summer. But uh, hmm. Right. Anyhow, yeah. Earth Awakenings channel, Discord has been interesting, very active recently. So yeah, that's for me a good place to hang around and sometimes get involved in discussions. And it's tedious dealing with the anti-flat earthers that still do the same shit that they did like 5 to 10 years ago. It's like nothing ever changes. So I don't know. I'm mostly just training to just not even care anymore. because it could explain it, can lay it out, and all I get is just ad hom in return. Like, I just point out, and it happens every time. Although, yeah, I do appreciate the flat earthers that are over there, and I do get some appreciation from them at least. That's nice. Because, I mean, I do know how to, like, point out the details probably better than average. Not saying I'm the best at it ever, but I do pretty well. Because, I mean, things like terrestrial refraction and it's very tedious. Because it technically doesn't work, and when you try to point out why, you just get a lot of like meticulous detailed nonsense with like giant gap disconnects where it's like just fill in a lot of details, then you jump to another approach, more meticulous detail over there, and then you just like, see, that explains it. No, it doesn't. You literally jump from one meticulous explanation to an incompatible other meticulous explanation that don't actually connect up. And when you try to point that out, you just get told, oh, you just don't understand, you're stupid. And then let's move on. Or you get an explanation about something else that is then blatantly presented incorrectly, so that everybody then jumps onto that thing. And the subject that was just pointed out how it was not properly connected, it's just forgotten, right? So you could just scattergun away from the errors onto the next error that everybody then like feels compelled to point out how it's wrong. And then when you go and spend your time explaining that, you get the same thing. Move on to another thing. Alright. But I mean, it's kind of interesting for just flat earthers to get acquainted with all these technical tricks and all that. It's just, I've heard all of them already. Huh. Hey, no nonsense. You've been busy. Don't worry about it. That's fine. Hope you're having a great weekend. What the hell? Bro, what the fuck? Weirdos. The world is a simulation designed to troll us. That's hilarious. Well, it's not hilarious, it's... yeah. People don't see it? No, I don't even think they don't see it. They just choose not to see it anymore. Right? It's the tactic is to just overwhelm you with bullshit and doublespeak to the point where you just give up. And then people like give into it. Like out of basic boredom and autopilot behavior. Because I bet that all these fucking trolls that just keep stalking me around, they're basically in the same position that I am. Except they never had any common decency at all. No sense of that at all, so they just... I don't know, maybe they had hoped that I would somehow crawl out of it and that they could, like, do that too. I'm afraid, that's not really working out. But yeah, I'm not going insane over it, but I am getting depressed from it though. But I find it interesting that even as I'm like kind of like going into depression gradually in phases, the way it expresses itself is very differently from like earlier in my life. But maybe it's because there's no more like real element of self-loathing. Because depression, I mean, it is what it is, but when it's accompanied by self-loathing, that's what makes it really terrible. Because then wherever you're at, you're going to blame it on yourself purely. And like that is what makes it really terrible. For me now, it just seems like, no, I'm just going on standby with no outlook of ever getting out of it. And it's just like, okay, cool, I'll just spend the next 20, 30 years, if I even make it that long, just on standby. You know, try to maneuver through, see wherever I can go, but I mean, it's... yeah, wherever it's gonna end up, it's not gonna be good. Why people are turning into this. It's all just because they can't handle the truth and they can't make a stand for what their own senses have been telling them. right? So they're on standby, but like me, except they still think like they're indulging in burdening other people and parasitical behavior because they never thought that maybe that's not good to do. Or they just don't know how to live with themselves without it, because it's like their only possible escape from constantly having their nose shoved in the predicament that where they're at. They just can't handle it. They need the bullshit bullying and stalking just to be able to, I don't know, not end up dead. God seems to hate good-hearted people. No. Give the bad people good... No, not that. Neither that. No, it's all just based on a gigantic chain of events that's been set in motion long ago, and not enough people have braced against it and sacrificed to stop it in time. Because that is like one of the bitter ironies every time, is that people figure it out like when there's a mass awakening, it's always, and I mean always, too late. Yeah, you only get to figure it out when you can't stop it anymore. And that's what people seem to do, because they don't want to be in the position that I've ever had since I woke up in this world. People are fucking stupid. Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of those people are now dead. And it has woken up a lot of people, but problem is that for that gigantic operation, a lot of innocence has been lost, but they just saw it as like a successful operation, and they're just eager to get more of it going, and not just medical but in all directions. They're like, wow, okay, so that actually kind of worked, so let's just roll out everything then, all of the Agenda 2030 hellish things, all of it. Just let's do it, and let's like absolutely get everybody killed, right? And the people that are like signing on to that, like they're gonna get killed in the process eventually. Like, what do you think when the bottom layer just dies off? Yeah, it's the next layer, and then eventually you'll find there's no more layers under you to hold it off from you being subjected to it, and then everything falls apart, and it will be like the road. It will be. Like, you don't need supposed nuclear war to have the road become physical reality. You just have to continue letting things happen the way that they are right now. Right? And then eventually, like the parasites, they will like, oh, I got my money. Oh, there's no more money I can get out of this. And then they'll flee. They'll take their money and go away. But even then, like that's actually better. Like, in a sense, we don't even need the wealth. We just need the parasites to not be in control. And then wealth can spring forth again from the spirit. Chips in it. There's no fuck off. Most people will buy it? No. It's not even that people buy that shit anymore. It's just that they don't know how to resist it. Everybody's just afraid they're gonna lose their position, whatever it is, and that's it. Hello? People need to do is not participate in their system. Yeah, well. It's easier said than done. Right? In some places, there's literally nowhere to go. Like, they'll just make laws like you're not allowed to go into the forest. So how are you going to get away from the system then? Ignore their laws. Yeah, it doesn't really work though. Right? Unless you somehow have the option to make your own power grid and your own internet. So, yeah. Unless you're ready to literally move out in the wilderness remotely and completely survive on your own without any contact, like, good luck. Not a lot of people have that in them. Takes a special kind of breed to manage like that. Right? You could have like a mass disobedience kind of thing, but even that, it's very tough. You have to organize that somehow, and then people that will try to organize that will get in trouble. But it might work. It's certainly like where my country is at into that law, even though there's like not even a cabinet. Be the only solution, especially when it comes to like the smart meters that they're forcing into law, even though there's not even a cabinet right now to do that. I think it's going through the European Union though. So I have this sorry. I don't even know why he's saying this shit. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that's stupid. That's just that's literally nonsensical. I mean, are you doing that? Are you living like that? No nonsense too? Are you? Because I don't think so. So you shouldn't be even saying that. It's just ridiculous. Right? Hunting and farming, it would work. If, like, in places like the United States, if you could get away from the government. In places like the Netherlands, I mean, it's basically a gigantic city-state. There is no places where you can just do that and get away. Like, they'll find you and they'll stop you and even arrest you. Like, you can't. There's nowhere to do that here. We should, yeah, but you're not gonna do it though, and neither am I. So it's completely pointless talking about that, dude. Just stop. Why would they? Because they would. They will. Because they claim ownership over the wilderness, and then they have statutes and rules, and if you're just going to go in the wild, you don't have the permissions, and then it'll go after you. That's how it works. You just can't. It doesn't work. Just forget about it. You think that has any use saying that, dude? Don't talk to him. Alright. I'm gonna run out the show. Thanks everyone for coming. Hope you liked the show. If you did, then please don't forget to Rogan's it up. And if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are in the description box below, or send me super chat over to Rumble Live Chat when the show is live, or subscribe to my channel. Support me that way. Any support would be greatly appreciated. Really use it, as you all know. Right. I may or may not be back tomorrow with Flat Earth Early Bird number 2381. On a Sunday or another day. And yeah, I don't know. I'll get back when I'll get back, and I don't know. Maybe I'll be in a better mood. Who knows? I kind of doubt it though. Right. So everybody have a great rest of this day and a great weekend. And until the next video, keep it flat.